Fashion. Style. The way we express ourselves tells the world something about where we come from, who we are, and what we value. How is personal identity and style expressed in contemporary American art? Let's find out. Have you ever thought about the connection between art and... Well then, buckle up. Join me and your personal team of Smithsonian experts as we reframe American art. Artist Mickalene Thomas created Portrait of Manja in 2010. Now this piece made me stop in my tracks. The clothes, the jewelry, the shoes, it literally sparkles. Portrait of Manja has me thinking about style, the way we present ourselves, and what it says about us. Diana Baird-Njai, a curator at the Smithsonian Center for Folklife and Cultural Heritage, studies just that. So Diana, I understand that you study personal adornment and style. What's your area of expertise?
Well, actually, for the past 10 years, I've had a wonderful project called The Will to Adorn, and it's looking at African American dress and the aesthetics of identity. One of the major things that I think is distinctive about African American dress is its intentionality. There are many, many aesthetics in the African American community. There's not just one, but the will to adorn, as Zora Neale Hurston said, was one of the most important parts of African American expression.
What does the way that we dress, the way that we present ourselves, what does it say about us?
Oh gosh, it says so much. It may be the community that we identify with. It may be the music we identify with. It may be where we come from. And our status, the status that we aspire to. I always say that even if you wear nothing but t-shirts and jeans and you think that I'm really not dressing for any reason, you're always dressing with some idea of your identity and how you project to others in mind.
Even if you don't think you have style,
you have a style. Yeah.
I wonder what kind of stylistic choices Mickalene Thomas made in her Portrait of Manja. I bet Joanna Marsh, head of interpretation at SAAM, can help. So who is Mickalene Thomas? What's her work all about?
So Mickalene Thomas is a contemporary artist. She's really best known for making these elaborate paintings of African American women. And as a queer woman of color herself, she's really interested in presenting positive images of Black women that explore issues of identity, of sexuality, beauty, and power. She's also really interested in ideas of style and kind of self-fashioning. And this is really connected to her own personal biography. So her mom was a model in New York in the early 1970s.
So what is Mickalene Thomas's process for creating an artwork?
It always begins with photography. And it's interesting that one of the first subjects she ever photographed was her mother. So now in her work, she invites friends or other models to come to her studio to sort of dress up or get styled and then pose in a setting that she's created in her studio.
I see. So Mickalene and Manja, presumably, got together and chose an outfit, chose a style, chose even this background, the pose, everything.
Exactly. And this photo session becomes a kind of performance, not unlike the way sort of we all perform when we get dressed in the morning and walk out in public and are presenting ourselves to the world in a certain way, right?
So why does Mickalene Thomas use materials like rhinestones?
On the very basic level, they're a kind of decorative element, but they're also a symbol for the way we adorn ourselves, right? They work like makeup or jewelry or hair extensions or even glasses.
Yeah. They're almost an accessory to the painting. No matter how you dress, your style says something about you. In Portrait of Manja, Mickalene Thomas presents a striking portrait of an African-American woman dressed to the nines. Her sparkling ensemble and unmistakable sense of style give her an air of power and personal agency. her portrait is impossible to miss. Bye, art nerds.